we deal with advanced DSOs. So this is a new provider given from BW 7.4 SP8. This is a new info provider which is delivered from this 7.4 SP8 support pack. Now, prior to this, we had info providers like InfoCube, DSO, all this. Now, if you look at InfoCube, it will have F table and E table in the old versions. And it works with what? Additive functionality. When you load data into the F table, and when you compress, data is moved from F table to E table. But same way, we have another info provider, standard DSO, which is override functionality. It will have what? Add to table, new table, and then change log. When you load data, data gets into what? New table. And from there it moves into active table when you activate the request and maintains corresponding entries in change log. And we also had something called write optimized DSO, where yeah, there's some problem. I've been out.
Muted. Unmuted.
Yeah, now can you all hear me now? Yeah, okay. So we had a provider like InfoCube, which works with additive functionality. Then we had standard DSO, which works with override functionality. Then yeah, we'll discuss it. And then we had something called write out with DSO, which only had active table, and then data just goes and sits into it, which we use it for mass uploads, and there is no overwriting in it. So for different kind of functionality, we had different kind of info provider. So with this new provider, advanced DSO, it will be a single provider which can achieve any functionality. So you want to have a provider like Cube, I can achieve with advanced DSO. You would like to have a provider like standard DSO, I can go with advanced DSO. You want to have a provider like write augment DSO, I can achieve with advanced DSO, any one. And so with all functionalities. So you can create advanced DSO with any functionality you want. Any functionality like Cube or like DSO or like write optimize, anything depending on your requirement. Okay. And next important point is field-based modeling. Means normally when you want to create a cube, we create info objects and create the object. And same way with DSO or whatever it is. But in case of field-based modeling, I can mix up both. I can either use Infobix or I can use the fields definition from your data source or whatever. Field based modeling can be done. Okay. Like your DSO, even when I create my standard DSO, it creates three tables. Suppose. Three tables and two database views. Like standard DSO, even when we activate the advanced DSO, it actually creates three tables and two database views. And the tables will be 1, 2, and 3. Means you'll have the /BAC/DSO name, and it ends with 1, 2, and 3 views. One is your active table, and 2 is your new table, and 3 is like changelog table. It does create three tables every time, but depending on what type of DSO are you creating, it does use those tables. Actually, suppose if you create advanced DSO like standard DSO, one is like new table, two is like active table, and three is like changelog table. Suppose if you create advanced DSO like like cube, so will you have any changelog table? No, right? So in that case, your table 1 will act as F table, and table 2 will act as E table, and there is no more. You'll have table 3, but it will not use it. Okay. Suppose if you create advanced DSO like write optimized DSO, the table 1, which is new table, which is will be referred as active table. No activation, nothing. Allowed. And then, so if it is standard DSO, also you'll have three tables like this, and it is you do reporting on which table? Active table. It keeps changing, right? Because if you create advanced DSO like cube, like DSO, it has to do reporting on which table? Active table. If you create advanced DSO like cube, it has to do reporting on union of 1 and 2, because before compression I'll have a new table, after compression I'll have an active table. Even without compression, the data should come for reporting. So if it is cube like the advanced DSO, it has to do reporting on union of 1 and 2 tables. If it is write optimized, it has to do reporting on table 1. Depending on the type of object what you create with advanced DSO, the reporting on which the table which should be used for reporting changes. So what is what is done is created some, I said, two views, right? You'll create one reporting view. I think you're facing the, why don't you try to rejoin again, please? So what is done is created one database view called reporting view, where the definition of the view will change based on the type of. If you create say advanced DSO like standard DSO, this database view is built on active table. If he creates advanced DSO like cube, this reporting view, database view is built with union of both 1 and 2. Local view name common, but view definition marches depending on the type of object. And you'll have one is reporting view, and we'll have one more view as extraction view. Extraction view ante data mart. When you want to load from advanced DSO to the next level target, from which table you have to load? If it is standard DSO like, it has to load from changelog. If it is cube like, it has to load from either 1 or 2. If it is write optimized, 1. Depending on the type of object, even data marting source table is from where it has to extract is also differs. And what he creates one view called extraction view, where the definition of the view keeps changing depending on the type of object what you're creating. Okay, boss? That is one. And one more thing is, normally when you're loading your standard DSO or cube, you go through with DTP, right? Same way here also we use DTP to load into advanced DSO, but only thing is, the request number what your DTP generates is generally DTPRs and some number comes out. But here the request is maintained as a timestamp. It does use the timestamp format to maintain the request number. Here the request numbers are maintained as a timestamps with the help of timestamps. You'll have one view as reporting view, which is used for reporting. You'll have another view as extraction, which is used for extracting data from advanced DSO next level target. But when I do reporting on advanced DSO, from which table should it take differs based on the type of object you created. If you create advanced DSO like cube, it has to do reporting on union of 1 and 2. So then the reporting view is built with union of 1 and 2 both. If it is advanced DSO like DSO, it has to do reporting on 2. At local, based on the type of object, the view definition keeps changing. Same way for extraction view also. Yeah, within this view, it formulates request also. But only thing is the request number is maintained as a timestamp mechanism. That's what. The request number will be maintained as a timestamp. Okay. Let's see this. And advanced DSO can't be created in the SAP UI. It has to be created from the BW modeling tools in HANA only. So I'll do. It is based on request wise delta only, but only thing is request number will be in format of timestamp. That's what I mean. It is based on request wise delta, but only thing is request number is maintained as a timestamp. That's what. So I have this area. And say now I have this data source which is from flat file. These are the fields. Are these infobix or fields? Fields defined in the transfer structure. Yeah. Now I would like to create an advanced DSO and load in data into that. But what I want to do is, generally if it is normal DSO, what do? You create, I've got 10 fields. You go about creating those 10 infobix, use those 10 infobix and create a DSO and then load. But I don't have to. In case of advanced DSO, is it field-based modeling? Can I do? I can straight away refer to the fields of data source and create my advanced DSO. I'll use this as a template. I go to what? BW modeling tools. Zone. Yeah, Cubex BW project. Now this is my info area. Right click and show new. What is it? Data store object advanced. Just give some name. ZQ7 demo 1. Q7 one beta one kan. Okay. ZQ7 underscore demos underscore. YQ7 demo. Okay. And then I would like to show you advanced DSO which acts like what? Standard DSOs. Do you know about this template concept? This is nothing new. We previously all. Now even in EY, when you're creating DSO, you can say copy from another DSO, copy from another cube. That is like this. So now what I can, instead of me just say create like this and then choose fields one by one, can I choose my data source as a template? So automatically all the fields of this data source are brought in. So this time would have yes. So I'm saying I want to create an advanced DSO. For the definition of the fields, I would like to use this data source as my template. Okay. Sorry. Okay, say finish. So with the help of template, you have chosen what? The source object from which the fields have to be collected or info objects. I can use info objects or fields. Anything. Look at this. Covered today. You can details already these fields have come in. These fields have been considered to create my advanced DSO auto because of the template what I've taken. Okay. Before you go there, now in general, the checkbox external SAP Anabi. What will happen if I create this? If I enable the checkbox, yesterday you seen when I activate, what does it do? It creates an analytical view with representing this definition. So when I activate this object, it automatically creates my view. Okay. Now this is important. These are the checkboxes which are really important. Based on these checkboxes, your behavior will change. Means you're creating advanced DSO. You want that advanced DSO like standard DSO or like cube or right of DSO or something else or whatever is all handled by these checkboxes. Okay. Look at the checkbox first. What did it say? Activate or compress data. So if you let's say you're creating an advanced DSO, do you want activation process in it? If you're including activation process, what type of object does it become? Standard DSO. Or the checkbox also says compression of data. If you're saying I want compression, then what kind of object does it become? Cube. So if you're creating an advanced DSO where you would like to enable activation or compression, I will enable this checkbox. Yes. I am trying to create something which is similar to your standard DSO. So I want activation. So what did I do? Activation. Then what is here? Write change log data. Now when I say write change log data, when activation is done in your advanced DSO, it maintains corresponding entries in the change log data. Do you know normal standard DSO behavior? When activated overrides and before image, after image, same. How it writes change log entries in standard DSO, same way. Do you want to maintain change log entries? Now can I say change log entries are maintained only for standard DSO, not for anything else? When I select this checkbox, it means I'm saying I want activation in my advanced DSO and write entries in change log. Means does it become like a standard DSO? Yes. Okay. What is keep inbound data, extract from inbound? Here, when you see inbound, you should understand that as active, sorry, new table. When you say inbound table, treat that as new table. I want an advanced DSO where I load data into what? First new table. Even after activation or compression, still keep the data in what? New table and then load it to next level target. Keep inbound data, extract from inbound data అంటే generally what happens, your new table will be, if it is standard DSO, new table is referred as what? New table, and after activation it takes from new table to active table. After activation you don't have anything in new table. If it is cube, a new table is considered as F table, then when compression, then data from this new table is moved to what? Active table, which is nothing but E table. But you don't, okay, once it is compressed, do we have the request number? No. So what I'm trying to say, if I say keep inbound data, extract from inbound, you load data is going into what? Inbound, nothing but new table. Even after activation or something, it still holds data in the new inbound, and from here it is loaded. We'll see that. And then unique data records, you should understand. Now this becomes what? Whether duplicate records should be allowed or not. Okay. Now look, what is checkbox here? In your info cube, can I consider all characteristics are key? In a DSO, only 16 key fields, but in a cube, all characteristics are referred as key. In advanced DSO, maximum key fields 120. Standard DSO, key fields only 16 max. In an info cube, all characteristics are referred as primary key. In advanced DSO, maximum number of key fields is 120. If I say like this, చూడు ఆల్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆర్ కీ అన్నాను అనుకో, చూడు ఈ చెక్ బాక్స్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది, రైట్ చేంజ్ లాగా అనేది. Now it becomes like what? Cube. I'm saying I want compression, and where all characteristics are as key, reporting on union of inbound and active table. And inbound is what? New table, and active table is active table. Now, actually, if it is cube, we treat new table as what? F table, and active table as E table. Union of both F and D, and without compression also data comes for reporting. So is it like cube? Yes. Okay. అర్థమైందండి. సార్ extended tables are, this is for extended storage. అంటే for example, now I'm creating this. I don't want change log tables to be stored in my HANA. I want that to be stored into my disk or some third party database. Then I say extend. And generally they configure something called extended storage with some other database. All the tables which we consider as cold, like PAC tables or your change log tables, we store into those tables. Okay? అదే బట్ సార్ నాకు ఇది అర్థం కాలేదు చెక్ బాక్స్లో. ఐ నెవర్ అండర్స్టూడ్ దిస్. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు వరీ. Here, there's a button here. Okay, you can just click on this button and choose what type of object. నువ్వు ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి దాన్ని బట్టి అవే సెలెక్ట్ అవుతాయి. క్యూబ్ లాంటిది అన్నా అనుకో, ఆటోమేటిక్ చెక్ బాక్స్ సెలెక్ట్ అయినా. వద్దు నాకు స్టాండర్డ్ డిఎస్ లాగా కావాలన్నా అనుకో, యాక్టివేషన్ చేంజ్ లాగ్ డేట్. నాకు అది కాదు, నాకు ఐ వాంట్ ఇట్ లైక్ రైట్ ఆప్టిమైజ్ అన్నా అనుకో, ఏం సెలెక్ట్ లేదు. ఓకే, ఇంకా ఇట్లా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని ఇంకా చాలా డీటెయిల్డ్గా ఉంటాయి. అంటే రిపోర్టింగ్ లేయర్. కెన్ వి డూ రిపోర్టింగ్ అని ఓడిఎస్? కొద్దిగా ఫండమెంటల్ నువ్వు స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉంటే చాలా సింపుల్ టాప్. కెన్ వి డూ రిపోర్టింగ్ అని ఓడిఎస్? లెట్స్ సే ఐ హ్యావ్ అ ఓడిఎస్ which I'm using it for reporting, and from this DSO I don't want to load it to any next level target. ఆ DSO నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్ టార్గెట్ లోడ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరమే నాకు లేదు. In that case, does it make a sense to write data and change that? అవసరం లేదు. చూడు, రిపోర్టింగ్ ఆన్ యాక్టివ్ టేబుల్ ఓన్లీ. Reporting and active table only. And in case of standard DSO, general reporting is done only on what? Active table. అవుట్ చేంజ్ లాగా రాయదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేసినాను, ఓన్లీ యాక్టివేట్ అంటుంది కానీ చేంజ్ లాగా రాయమని చెప్తుంది అన్నమాట. సో వెన్ యూ వాంట్ టు యూస్ డిఎస్ఓ ఎక్స్ప్లిసిట్లీ ఫర్ రిపోర్టింగ్, వేర్ యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు రైట్ చేంజ్ లాగ్ డేటా, ఐ కెన్ యూస్ దిస్ ఆప్షన్. రిపోర్టింగ్ లేయర్లో ఇఫ్ ఐ సే రిపోర్టింగ్ ఆన్ యూనియన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్టివ్ table and inbound queue and inbound queue is like F table, active table is like E table. If you want to combine both content of F and E, then do reporting, then it's like what? Cube. Your checkbox is compression with this. Data propagation layer. Generally, in the data propagation layer, in the initial staging layer, what kind of DSO would you use? Okay, was fine. What is it? Standard DSO. Okay. Atla, then but carpet memory. Generally, what kind of DSO would you use in carpet memory? Right optimized. ఏం చెక్ బాక్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేయకపోతే అది రైట్ ఆప్టిమైజ్డ్. కార్పెట్ మెమరీ విత్ కంప్రెషన్. సారీ, కార్పెట్ మెమరీ విత్ కంప్రెషన్ అంటారు. అంటే క్యూబ్ లాగా కంప్రెస్ కావాలంటుంది. I want compression, only compression, yeah, without change load. Carpet memory with compression and delta load. Ante after compression, I don't have a request number, but if the data is after compression, data is moved from new table to active table. But if the data is still there, copy in new table, then I can load delta. Keep inbound data and యాక్టివేషన్ జరుగుతుంది, కంప్రెషన్ జరుగుతుంది, కానీ ఆ న్యూ టేబుల్ డేటా అట్లే పెడుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే రిక్వెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి దాన్ని బట్టి డెల్టా కొట్టచ్చు. కాబట్టి వాట్ ఇస్ డేటా అక్విజిషన్ క్లియర్ అండ్ లైక్ పిఎస్ అంటే ఏంది నార్మల్ రైట్. ఓకే, అట్లా నీకు ఎలాంటి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కూడా అట్లా చూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకేనండి, క్లియర్. Why Q7? I would go with the DSO, so I'll say what? Tension lekunda, I can say what? Standard DSO. Activate with what? With changelog data. Okay, and here it's showing me all these fields. I'll say what? Do I need to specify keys? ఎందుకంటే standard DSO keys ఉండాలి కదా, just select this keys. What else? I'll say sales order number as keys. Or this is the key field, and you can create a new folder. Add group. Key fields. So these are like key field, and these are my data fields. And in settings, small partitioning command called partitioning, which indexes called index. Here DDIC information. /BAC/A YQX Q7 demo 1 is what? Activation queue. Okay, so don't worry. /BAC/A DSO name 1. You'll have two more tables. /BAC/A DSO name 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll have table name /BAC/A, your advanced DSO name 1, 2, 3. 1 a number marking 1, 2, 3 at both tables untai. And I told you it will have two views. One is what? Reporting view and what? Extraction. And reporting view will have the naming convention ending with what? 7. And extraction will have the naming convention ending with what? 6. Is saying there is inconsistency. You're saying amount is a currency field and has got no reference to aggregation function cheppaledu. Currency reference is currency similar to quantity, sum, and then what? Unit. Date type int is not valid, is not consistent. Here is reserved name. Okay. Here in a field reserved name, where a field వాడుకోండి. So I'm saying Z here. ఏదానికి int ఉంది? Int కాకుండా I'll say what? Character. ఇది క్వాన్ పెట్టిన క్వాన్ కదా. Okay, my advanced DSO is activated. You see this has been activated. I can see this here. But it's all you. If you have to create it, you have to get into BW modeling. But here you can see that this is the advanced DSO. Okay. If advanced DSO is created, I told it does create 3 tables. See, anytime you create advanced DSO, it will always create 3 tables and 2 views. But will it, if it is uses those tables or not, depends on what type of object is it. So can I see that in S11? S11 are tables of confessor. It's if I see that in SAP ABAP's if I'm seeing that in SAP ABAP one schema is all same. SAP ABAP 1 is my BW schema. So, hmm, this is a schema owner. So all my BW relevant data dictionary will be in the same schema. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి కూడా చూడొచ్చా? So I'll go to tables and try to filter Y Q7 demo. And I also want to see you'll have views also. Yes. Y Q7. So I told you every time you create advanced DSV, it creates 3 tables and 2 views. 1, 2, and 3. 1 is your active table, 2 is your new table, and then 3 is your changelog table. Sorry. 1 is your new table, and 2 is your active table, and 3 is your changelog table. Okay. Now let's see the table 1. Do you see request number, data packet, almost like a DSO, standard DSO concept. It'll have technical keys and keywords data fields. Active table ఏముంటుంది టెక్నికల్ కీస్ ఉంటే జస్ట్ స్ట్రైట్ అవే కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఉంటుంది కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ అండ్ డేటా ఫీల్డ్స్ చేంజ్ లాగ్లో again you will have activation request data packet record number record mode and key fields data fields. Okay, you created advanced DSO like what? Standard DSO. So reporting should be done on what? So the reporting view 6 should be on what? Open definition. If you go to create statement, it is built on which table? Which table? 2 active tables. ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ యాక్చువల్ చేంజ్ లాగ్ టేబుల్ చూపించాలి 3 కానీ 2 చూపిస్తుంది బికాస్ ఇనిట్ లోడ్కి ఫుల్ లోడ్కి 2 నుంచి ఎత్తుకోవాలి కూడా అట్లా చూపిస్తుంది. డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు వరీ. ఓకే, like this it creates those tables, and now I would like to do the loading towards that. Loading at common. How you load normal? ఇది so did I create any info bits now? No. Already data source లో డేటా ఉందా? Next, I would like load from PSA to okay. Normal boss. The DSO by default override you can change it to normal. Okay, now I execute this DTP now. in manage could variety ఉంటుంది. This is how it manages, and I'm just trying to delete that request. Okay, I have the data loaded. Now, if the data is loaded, if you go to manage of the advanced DSO, you see the request here, and do you see request activation less than flag on the? It means what? The request is not activated. You see the request number is maintained as a timestamp, date and time. Yes, and you should see all this data in which table? Table number 1, which is new table, and with this request now, where request number is maintained as a timestamp, and you see all those data. Okay, right? And now your active table is blank and change log table is blank. When does the data come into those tables? Select this and say what? Active. And complete activation is taken care of by HANA database in the backend. For advanced DSO, it is very fast. IPN. So if it is all done, I should see no data in the table number 1, and I should see all the data in the table number 2 with active table, and maintain respective interest in change log as what record board new. Anni kotta combination new. Normal. And if I do take the content of reporting, does it bring it? Does it give me the data bus? Because after activation, it is able to give me the data or not? Yes. Yeah. Clear. Now concept payment is, suppose if I have a data mart DSO and if I load from there, how does the delta mechanism work? Create normal DSO. దానికి సరిపోయేటట్టు కావాలన్నా అన్ని ఇన్ఫోగిట్లు మనకు ఉన్నాయంటూ. So I've created a DSO. From advanced DSO, I would like to load it to the next level target, which is a standard DSO. Role connect, right click on this advanced DSO. What is my source now? Advanced DSO. Does it support, is it going with the delta here? Yes or no, boss? So is this like first delta, boss? Hmm. What does the extraction view says here? Inverse 6, right? Now there are 6 views of them. Right click, open content. It says around 49 records, yeah. And for all records, it says request number is what? 0 and Jupyter. Okay. First time when you do delta, it is like init. It extracts all the records where request ID is 0. 49 records పైకి ఎట్లా అంటే ఇదేంది డెల్టా init రిక్వెస్ట్ సెలెక్షన్ ఏం పెట్టుకోవాలి. If there's no selection means what? It takes all the data of my view. Any records వచ్చినాయి? Is it like first init is like full? Target DSO లో యాక్టివేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. Then what I'll do, I'll load some delta records to the DSO. C administrator desktop flat file sales 1. So I'm just taking these 2 documents. I'm going to override them with from 5,000 to I'll override it with 9,000 amount, and for document number 2 I'll override from 6,000 to I'll override that with 2, so that a difference 6,000 వస్తుంది. ఒకటి దానికి 4,000, దానికి 6,000, and ఒకటి కొత్త రికార్డ్. So will that be a new record now? What new image, what before after images కనుక్కుంటాం. Let me load this delta changes. How many records will it load? 3 records. And then I go to advanced DSO. కొట్టలేదు డీటెయిల్. Three records are loaded. I go and I see a request here. 3 records, but it says not yet activated. If it is not yet activated, I should see the date, those 3 records into what? New table, which is what? 1. Double line, and this 2, right? Still the changes are not reflected into 2. Only normally 5,000 ఉంది, 6,000 ఉంది. So when will that reflect? When we activate type inputs. చూడండి, activation pin, and this is your target data mart flag. This indicates it uploaded already. This request not up. That is delta mechanism for next level target. Okay, boss. And if it is refreshed, the కొత్త రికార్డు ఈ 1 అనేది ఏమైంది boss? 9,000 అయింది. And what about 2? It's changed to what? 12,000. Yes. Now automatically respected change level interest. What is your activation? Is the activation request is loading request. For activation request 735 14 ki 14 ki 999 new record 11 before image after image before image. ఈ 5 records కొత్తగా వచ్చిన change level. Okay. ఇప్పుడు మన extraction view కి వెళ్తే extraction view is on what 6 కదా. If I go and see the content, then the data title చూపిస్తుంది. ఇది extraction ఇట్లా చూపిస్తుంటుంది కానీ ఇది ఓన్లీ ఇనిషియల్ లోడ్ ఫుల్ లోడ్ ఓకే. బట్ యాక్చువల్ డెల్టా ఇట్ టేక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ చేంజ్ లాగ్. ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ లాగ్ టేబుల్లో యాక్టివేషన్ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది బాస్ 14 అంటే రైట్. దాన్ని బట్టి టేక్స్ సేమ్ నార్మల్ మన స్టాండర్డ్ డిఎస్ఓలో ఎలా వెళ్తుంది ఫ్రమ్ చేంజ్ లాగ్ రిక్వెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఎట్లా పట్టుకుని వెళ్తుందన్న సేమ్. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి రిక్వెస్ట్ నెంబర్ 05 వాట్ ఇస్ seconds 14 seconds and a request activation request పట్టుకుంది. So how many records does it load? 3 records. అంటే అగ్రిగేట్ అయిపోయింటాయి. ఓకే ఇది డేస్లోకి వచ్చేసి ఉంటుంది. దీంట్లో మళ్ళీ న్యూ టేబుల్ ఏముంది ఓకేనా బాస్ ఫైన్. And these will go and override those entries. Yes. And active jail, but do you understand this delta mechanism for DSO?
Active table lo record mode ఎందుకు?
Active table లో
Record mode
ఉంటుందని ఏం ఫిల్ కాదు ఊరి ఎన్ని వస్తుంటుంది వేరే ఏం కాదు.
ఇంకెవరు సిగ్నిఫికెన్స్
Okay. So this way you can look at advanced DSO like standard DSOs. Same way I can go with what? Cube. Okay. వాడుతున్నా key అంటే all characteristics are key and ఇక్కడ only fields default వస్తున్నాయి. If you want I can basically add my own fields అంటే ఇక్కడే field create చేసుకోవచ్చు. ZIND ఏదో ఒకటి ఇండికేటర్ ఉంది. char 10 char 2 చాలు ఏదో ఒకటి just I can add my own custom fields like that. Here is standard keyword ఉంటుంది అంతా ఓకే. And for amount I should specify what okay. This will be like all characteristics will be referred as keys here. Okay, and then say act. Okay. Again, will it create those tables? ఇక్కడ చూపిదు ఒకసారి పోతే మన పక్కకి ఫిగౌట్ మోడల్ ఫెసే a reporting view to your definition. It is built on which tables? Idendi one new table. What is this? Two table. Endide read it from one table, unify the result with table 2. Atla view definition మారిపోతుంది automatically. And that's it, and it's pretty common from there. చూడు ఇండికేటర్ వచ్చింది రొటీన్స్ రాసుకోవాలి రూల్. Only just to make you understand that we can have own custom fields also. It's not that I should always take template, I can go with custom fields also. Or info and I can just run the detail.
Sir, the processing mode HANA extraction లేదు, parallel extraction.
HANA execution.
ఈ DTP కి
Only
parallel extraction.
checkbox నువ్వు కాన్స్టెంట్ అవి పెట్టినా కూడా రాదు, డైరెక్ట్ మ్యాపింగ్ ఉంటుంది. కొట్టాం కదా ఆల్రెడీ. I load the data. I get this request now. Now, still I see the button as activate. Even if it's like, what does it activate means? Compression. So when the compression happens, for all the data from new one table will move to what? Now we'll have all the data in one table. And we'll have two table, the blank, and now let me compress it. Now, do you know which record came with which request was? No. Only thing, so if next level target code getting this point, okay. I'll connect this to the next level target data mart and let me load. This is why you're activating in resembles compression here. I'll execute it. First the init load normal. Full load 50 records వచ్చినాయి. దీనికి మళ్ళీ ఒక కొత్త డేటా లోడ్ చేయాలి. Already 9,000 ఉందన్న. If I load the same record again, this should happen. What should this do? Add 18,000 కావాలి అంతే కదా. Let me load. $9,000. There's already with sorry already 14 ఉంది. ఈ 9 పోయి యాడ్ అయితే ఏం కావాలి? Sorry, I forgot still this. See, when I'm compressing, it is not allowing me to compress. Right? See, normal queue, you connected that to the next level target. Without compression, without data mart, can you do compression? Because if I do compression, I will not know which record belongs to which request. Then delta does not work. So fine load is having a compression there. Let's process the delta to the next level target. ఆ పాయింట్ చెప్పాలనే క్యూబ్ చేసిన. Now we have processed. Now I can command. ఇప్పుడు now I can activate. Nothing but I can compress. Now compressed. Now table 1 removed. It goes and adds up to table 2, which is what? 20. Okay, Nanda? 14 by 23. The compression. Next level target delta. So delta is still working on request number. Only thing is the request number is maintained in format of a time step. No, you do with write optimize or whatever it works in the same way. This is advanced DS1 and the concept. Okay. Now next, let's go with composite provider. See, you practice with write optimize and all those stuff. Nothing. And what is maximum number of key fields in advanced DS1? There is a project where they're using advanced DSOs. They've actually migrated the BW system to HANA bus. After migrating, they're actually doing optimizations in the HANA BW system. So they wanted to eliminate cubes and they want to go with advanced DSOs. So what they're trying to do is they catch hold of a cube. If they see the cube is having within 120 characteristics, they're replacing that with advanced DSO. Because advanced DSO can go with max. If a cube, all characteristics should act as key. And what is the number of max key fields this advanced DSO can have? 120. If they look at a cube with within maximum number of characteristics is only 120 in the cube, they're converting it as advanced DSO. But if they're not having, if it is more than 120, they're going with standard DSO. There is a project where they're eliminating all the cubes and converting it to advanced DSOs. If it is cube has got 120 characters, if it is more than 120, they're going with standard DSO. Okay, boss? అవును 120 ఎట్లా పాసిబుల్ లేదు టు కీ ఫీల్డ్ పెట్టుకుని హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తాం. Okay. And then I can set that as additive points out.
Is it possible to connect to master data for advanced?
Yes. It's saying, can I connect that to BW master data? Yes, I can associate that with identify what? What do you say? Infobit, associate that with yes, customer. So with this customer, I'm associating with the Infobit. I can do that. Okay, boss? Yeah. Like in OpenODesco, how you can do association with mass data or other OpenODesco. Here I can do association with the Infobit in mass. So like this, I can have linked up to mass data also. Okay. Composite provider. Do you remember about multi-provider? And you know about InfoSet? Multi-provider works with union and InfoSet works with join. And multi-provider was okay. The performance of multi-provider was okay because it was just union. But the performance of InfoSet was really bad because of join, and the join is played at the application server, application layer. And the performance was really bad. So there are a lot of architects, a lot of projects which never allowed to use InfoSets because of their bad performance. To overcome with that, SAP came out with something called composite provider, which is replacing multi-provider as well as InfoSet. By using composite provider, you can create with union, you can create with join, anything it is. And even though you're using join, since in the composite provider, when you use join, the joins are played at the database layer, and the performance is better now. Other means, in the previous case, InfoSet was working with join, where the joins are performed by application layer, where the performance was slow. But now, with composite provider, when you use joins, the join is played at the database layer in HANA. So it improves your performance of your queries also. That's where So in the new projects, no one is using multi-provider InfoSet. It is all about composite providers. Okay, and moreover, we'll discuss on migration concept where let's say you already have a project where multi-providers and InfoSets are already created. I can convert them to composite providers also. Allow it. Okay, boss, clear? Uh, Actually, this composite provider was there from 7.3. We could create composite provider in SAP UI as well as from modeling tools also. రెండు ఇచ్చినట్టు రెండు టైప్ లాగా ఇచ్చినట్టు ఇఫ్ యూ క్రియేటింగ్ కాంపోజిట్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఇన్ SAP UI, it is normal composite provider. If I create composite provider with BW modeling tools in HANA Studio, that is called HANA composite, HANA based composite provider. Two different type of object la treat this. Because if I collect that into TR, I can see that object type is different. Don't worry on that. No, see, they say local composite provider. Nothing. It is from BW 7.3. Whatever the composite provider you're able to create from the SAP UI5, not UI5, SAP GUI, that is called as what? Local composite provider. And the composite provider what you create in the HANA modeling tools, we call that as HANA composite provider. ఆ రెండు ఒకటే కాంపోజిట్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఒకటే కానీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్ డిఫరెంట్ గా ట్రీట్ చేస్తుంది. దీనికి చిన్న స్క్వేర్ ఉంటుంది, దీనికి ఉండదు. ఓకేనా, ఐకాన్. ఓకే, బట్ బోత్ కెన్. దిస్ ఇస్ ఫ్రమ్ SAP GUI, దిస్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ మోడలింగ్ టూల్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్లిప్స్ మేజ్. అది డిఫరెన్స్. సో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్ ఇది నీకు ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ కరెక్ట్ COPR లాగా వస్తుంది, ఇది HCPR లాగా వస్తుంది. అంతే డిఫరెన్స్. ఓకే, so I said we can create composite provider from what? SAP GUI, which is the T code is RS Limo BW. And if it is, you can also create composite provider from modeling tools also. So composite provider can do work with what? Union as well as join. Because if you see, I've got 4 cubes. Structure of all the 3 cubes are same. If you see here, it has got data only for which year it is? 2012. Same, we got another cube which has got data for what? 13 ki 14, 15. Now I would like to combine all this. You can do that with multi-provider, yes, but we can also go with composite provider also. So I'll show you, this is cubes together. I'll show you one with local composite provider, one with RS Limo BW. Just give some name, ZCOMP underscore 001. So create. So RS Limo good undi, Limo BW. Now here you specify the cubes what you see. In case of local composite providers, you can use analytical index, DSOs, cubes, or master data, SPOs, multiple. All this can be used. In case of getting this, can I use views? Can I use HANA models? No, only I can use my analytical index. Composite transient providers I cannot use views directly. ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఏం కావాలి యాక్చువల్గా ఇదేనా 4 cubes union yes నాకు అంతా వద్దు హెల్ప్ మీ జస్ట్ టేక్ క్యాలెండర్ ఇయర్ నీకు ఏమన్నా కావాల్సి వస్తే విచ్ కెన్ డిఫరెన్షియేట్ ఈస్ సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ నంబర్ quantity next same atle I'll go with year then what year next next అట్లా ఎన్నెల్లవి దిస్ ఇస్ లైక్ యూనియన్ బస్ కదా ఊరు తీయస్తాను ఇది అంత అవసరం లేదు చాలా రెండు నుంచి యూనియన్ బస్ ఓకే దట్స్ ఇట్ అండ్ సే యాక్టివేట్ I can say this యూనిట్ డైమెన్షన్ కావాలంట క్వాంటిటీ తెచ్చినా కదా యూనిట్ కావాలంట done and can see start seeing what content which actually gives you what union of all this. So you just create local composite product with what union. Same way I can take a scenario for
common fields are concept.
Join next to good. So I have this sales data in it. Common fields are the sales also. I have this sales. Hello, Anna, class lo no 5 minutes lo chestanu 10 minutes. Okay, contract now. I've got this contract. I've got sales order, and sales order belongs to certain contract number. Contract here. What is this contract number here? 9001 something. Okay. Can I contract details? I have got with another cube or something. Say contract cube. Contract ఏంది దాని డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని I've got another cube. For 900 I get the C contract. So I have a cube which gives me sales. I've got another DS which gives me contract. I would like to create a join between these two to give me contract and sales order details. else what 002 ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఎవరు వాడడం లేదు బట్ స్టిల్ ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ షో హౌ అంటే ఎంత కాంప్లెక్స్ గా ఉంది పాతది అని again sales to okay next నీకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి there are SICCY and something ఇదేనా I want go with what join and what say join and say execute you want to join and what was contract number accurate your contract number undala this is my join was okay then after the join is done what all fields you want from each of this sequence now I'll just take some year and then I'll take what sales order number quantity and what unit equally I'll take something like contract start date and contract detail contract type the contract some customer review some details of my contract volume some details of contract okay you can join field analysis and you can show connection you see you can see this has been joined and just activate the contract volume ఏదో ఉంది contract volume కి there will be some unit this content ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది నీకు 3 ఆర్డర్లు ఉన్నాయి 3 ఆర్డర్లు సేమ్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఎస్ for all these 3 orders the contract number is same and you get contract type and started all this which has been joined contract volume contract volume is same why it is same because for all the 3 orders the contract number is same like this you can do joining ఇప్పుడు ఇది కూడా వాడడం లే but you can create local these are called as local composite products what you create from RS Limo BW but actual HANA based composite products you can create it from here. Now in the composite products can I use HANA models also in HANA based composite products yes ఏమంటే you should make sure దీనికి right click కొడితే when you right click on the project you see remove HANA system అంటే while creating BW product did I attach HANA system కాబట్టి రిమూవ్ అని వస్తుంది ఇంతవరకు అటాచ్ చేయకపోతే అటాచ్ అని ఉంటుంది యాక్చువల్లీ you should make sure your project has been attached with HANA system then you will be able to use HANA models into your composite products దీంతో అసలు new and also what so అందేంది కాంపోజిట్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఇది ఇంకా చాలా సింపుల్ గా ఉంటుంది అదంతా రఫ్ కదా YQ7 COMP 1 you want to go to union or inner join or what left out I'll say what union దీని కూడా you want to create it for external HANA view పెడితే a composite product definitely it creates one HANA view automatically and if you want to use this composite product to another composite product and enable this checkbox కొన్ని మామూలు ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉంటాయి. Just look at this. Okay. Now get to sinner. Now you are going with unit and say what? What is here? Add again join with. Now I'm going with what? I just want to add some object. You want to add provider or HANA view? చూడు రెండు వాడచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి నాదేంది? SICSORD. So I want all this 4 అంటే నాలుగు ఎత్తుకొస్తుంది. సో దిస్ యూనియన్ ఇది పట్టుకుంటే ఈ క్యూబ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, ఇది పట్టుకుంటే ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది, ఇది పట్టుకుంటే క్యూబ్ 14 స్ట్రక్చర్, ఇది పట్టుకుంటే 15 స్ట్రక్చర్, ఇది పట్టుకుంటే 4 క్యూబుల సంబంధించి ఏం కావాలి, నీకేం కావాలి బస్? నీకు ఓన్లీ వాట్ ఇయర్ కావాలి, దెన్ వాట్ సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ నంబర్ అని ఇక్కడ ఉందండి. I want what? Sales order number. Create the drag and drop. And what is the key figure you wanted? Sales order quantity. Automatic unit also comes in. Okay. First key will check. Same way I'll have to do with what? Sales. ఇది యూనియన్ కదన్నా, జస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ మ్యాపింగ్. మనం ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ చేస్తాము నార్మల్గా మల్టిపుల్ సేమ్ వే. When we select this, if you select year, you see year is coming from 4 cubes, order number coming from 4 cubes, order unit also from 4, order quantity also. అంటే this is like union. మన ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ చెప్పినట్లు అంతే. జస్ట్ సేవ్ అట్ అవుట్పుట్ అంతే. సేమ్ థింగ్ యూ కెన్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఫార్ములేట్ విత్ ఫార్మ్ బేస్డ్ ఆల్సో. ఒకటి బట్ కొన్ని ఫార్మ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో డూ అసోసియేషన్. ఇన్ ఫార్మేట్కి అసోసియేట్ చేయాలి, ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్పీకి లింక్ చేయాలి. ఐ కెన్ ఆల్సో డూ దట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆల్సో. దాని ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆథరైజేషన్ అట్లా యూ కెన్ డూ మోర్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫీల్డ్స్. Vehicle can show it. Display data. ఏమైందన్న ఇది? You'll get union of the results. So you'll get year 2012, 13, 14 and 15. ఈ 4 కలుపుతూ నేను జాయిన్ చేయాలి. 4 కలిపితే నాకు సేల్స్ రిజల్ట్స్. దెన్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు జాయిన్ విత్ ది కాంట్రాక్ట్. ఏమి కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఉంది కదా, SICCON. SICCON. I would like to import that as a view. So next example, I want to go with joining as well as show you using HANA models into this. SICCON internal. Okay. So join and union. First I'll select as union. Okay. Let's add. నాలుగైదు టైం పడుతుంది 2 వేసుకుంటాను. Okay. So get to the union first and combine these two. I'll just take here order contract కూడా ఉంటుంది. Contract number, content, year to year, order number to order number. So done. This is union set. Yeah. Now let's say what else? Join with what HANA view SICCON. Is an internal. I'll use this 7 cubex BWM ports. So now you got what it so this is the complete union node, which is giving the aggregate union result. This is the view. Now you want the join to be done on what? Yes, when I drag that contract, it starts showing me all the fields of this view on which it has to join. On what one? Yes, contract. So contract join అయిపోయింది. Then from here what ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏం కావాలో అన్ని select చేయి. After join I want what? Year. I want order number. Automatic contract number to select because that is used in the join. I want this order quantities. Unit. It should come as non-aggregate group and then ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏం కావాలో select చేయి. ఏం కావాలి నాకు? Contract type, contract start date, contract customer. ఏది కావాలన్నా you can just keep dragging. I can move them to this dimension. Yeah. We'll join. Like this, you can combine views, ఇష్టానుసారం వేసుకోవచ్చు అన్నట్టు. There's a warning, don't worry, it's aggregated. First లోనే inner join అనొచ్చు, left out join అనొచ్చు. You can start using this one. ఇట్లా కూడా. Inner join ఏమడుగుతుంది? Inner join అనగానే first you should say object 1 and object 2. Q1. Okay, Q select చేస్తాను. Next object ఒక HANA view. Calculation తీసుకుందాం. Finish. రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్, left object, right object. And specify the join condition. Okay. See the join result. ఈ రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ మధ్యలో జాయిన్ రిజల్ట్ ఇది చెప్పు. దాన్ని తీసుకుని మళ్ళీ యూ వాంట్ జాయిన్ విత్ సంథింగ్ ఎల్స్ అగైన్. ఇక లోపుగా నేను వేసుకుంటూ పోతాను. ఈ రెండు జాయిన్ ఇది ఫస్ట్. ఈ రెండు జాయిన్ ఇదన్నా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సే యూ వాంట్ జాయిన్ అండ్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ నెంబర్. ఇది లాగానే జాయిన్ కండిషన్ దీనికి సంబంధించిన రిలవెంట్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏంటంటే కాంట్రాక్ట్ అంట. సర్లే దీంట్లో నుంచి సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ క్వాంటిటీ తెచ్చుకుంటా. దీంట్లో నుంచి కాంట్రాక్ట్ టైప్, స్టార్ట్ డేట్, దీంట్లో నుంచి కాంట్రాక్ట్ వాల్యూమ్ తెచ్చుకుంటాం. So this is my joint results. Okay. దీన్ని మళ్ళీ ఇంకో జాయిన్ చేయాలనుకో అగైన్ ఐ విల్ జాయిన్ విత్ వాట్ ఏదో డమ్మీ చేస్తానా నాకేం సెర్చ్ ఇంటర్నల్ ఇది వేరే చేస్తాను దాన్ని తీసుకుని ఇంకో దాంట్లో అట్లా నువ్వు ఎన్ని జాయిన్లు చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాను. అర్థమైంది బస్. ఫస్ట్ ఇనిషియల్గా 2 ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, తర్వాత ఇన్నర్ జాయిన్ లెఫ్ట్ అవుట్ జాయిన్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాను. నీకు లెఫ్ట్ అవుట్ జాయిన్ కావాలి అది ఇంకో జాయిన్లో కావాలంటే యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ క్రియేట్ వన్ కాంపోజిట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఎనేబుల్ ద చెక్ బాక్స్ సేయింగ్ వాట్ దిస్ కెన్ బి యూజ్డ్ యాడ్ అనదర్ కాంపోజిట్ అంటే దాన్ని తీసుకుని ఇంకో వ్యూలో వాడుకుంటే అయిపోతుంది. యూ కెన్ మిక్స్అప్ ఓన్లీ జాయిన్ యూనియన్ కాదు, యూ కెన్ మిక్స్అప్ జాయిన్ అండ్ యూనియన్ ఆల్సో కంప్లీట్లీ and create complex scenarios. And here, even though you use join here, the join is played within the database, so the performance is a lot better than InfoSec. This is composite product. Okay. And can I create composite product with single view? Okay. Common names same also. Common object is not required when you go with union. When you go with join, you should at least field name need not be common. At least data element must be common. Okay, this composite product will stop it here. And tomorrow we have to continue with some other options like writing scripting in transformations. There's some small option of HANA information view, SAP HANA analysis process, and migration. Let's say you have BW running on non-HANA, then how do you migrate it to HANA database? So, okay. So tomorrow we deal with that. Refreshed BI HANA system and some transformations are missing in QA. Any idea? Actually, generally when you migrate your BW system onto HANA, as one of the post transformations, you activate all your transformations. There is a program RS2 activate all. You have to activate all the transformations because in the transformations you see some checkbox. SAP and a processing possible. If you've not done any of the customizations here, this checkbox is enabled and the transformations are pushed into HANA. So when you activate all the transformations in BW, whatever can be pushed into HANA, it will start enabling the checkbox. That's why you reactivate the transformations once it is migrated to HANA. And now his question is, entire transformation missing? I don't know. He's saying transformations are missing? I don't know why it is. So might be the metadata table for transformations, because there will be some standard table. See, in the screen, if you're seeing this, it means in the backend, this transformation information is stored into some tables. So that table might be corrected, or that when you're lifting and shifting the database, those tables might not have been considered. Could be possible. That's what as of now, my expectation is that. Could be with system refresh. When you're doing lift and shift, if you're seeing mappings like this, it means this information is stored into some table in the backend. When you're doing lift and shift to the database to HANA, if these tables are not been refreshed, then you still can have the same problem. I'm expecting, in the table comparison, very less in QA. Okay. Table so why was the table not moved properly? So just take care of the table. That's what. Okay. Fine. I know, sir. See, the table entries have not been moved. Table move move. Table move. What was the problem is what you have to look into. Okay. Thanks.
Can we possibly check that SAP HANA process possible?
Suppose you end up writing a routine and you cannot push down. But even if I want to write some routines, I still want to push the logic to HANA processing, then you end up writing scripting, not ABAP. videos. I think they're sending videos, modeling onwards. Then I think you should call Power and speak to Vinod at 11 o'clock or something. Okay.